Good evening. Hello, hello. Right, Mark, hello. Hope you're doing well. And I've already said hello to Lilo, Torex, Jörg, cargo pilot. Matthias, how are you doing? Todd, hello. Who else have we got here? I think that's about it. Right, Avenger, here we go. Avenger, Nate, hello. Nice to see you. You choose a good day to skip work. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, I got back this very morning from my work. What shall I say? It was chaotic yesterday again, but hey, that's aviation for you. So I hope you're all doing good, and today we are going to do one flight because I'm pretty tired. But we're going to do one flight. We're going to fly here from Malta down to Zagreb, and the A319. Hey Voyager. A319, the beta version, which supports the 12.3 X-plane weather radar system. And I did choose that routing very carefully, of course, because hopefully we will run into some weather as we approach Zagreb. And you're going to see Zagreb itself has some pretty interesting forecasts. So they are expecting at Zagreb heavy rain and then between 16 to 20 UTC thunderstorm rain. So that's exactly our time window where we should be arriving. Alternate is the Sada airport, and they also have heavy thunderstorms rain until 1900 UTC. So we have to monitor our fuel situation as we go down, but we're not going in naked. I did bring in some extra fuel, about 35-minute extra fuel, just in case. We are, as usual, on VATSIM, and so if anybody would like to fly along, please do so. Yeah, exactly. Fischkopf fehlt noch, ja. Right, yeah, we got one A321. I'm not sure where that person is going because, to my information, it should be runway 13 in use. Because we have one, and we've got 150 at 12 here in Malta. So 150 at 12. Hey Fischkopf, wie geht's? And Fischkopf, thanks very much for all your help. Much appreciated regarding Microsoft 2024. And who knows, maybe we're going to get onto the ground of what the issue is. We shall see. Right, I've already pretty much finished the setup so that we get going ASAP. So we have 7.8 block fuel. I've entered the routing, which is fairly straightforward. Fly Bernie, hello. So we are going to go and depart northbound, then yeah, then fly the arrivals via Rudik, and then it's an arrival routing standard onto the approach runway 22 in Zagreb. That's the plan, at least, that we have. I've already got the secondary flight plan with the quick return if needed. And apart from that... Oh, hang on, what's this? Voice server error timeout. Bad response. Let me connect again. There we go. 2.8, we should be online. Fantastic. Bernie, hello. Oh, hang on, cargo pilot. What do you mean? What do you mean? What dream are you going to get fulfilled? Now I'm curious. Kinich 1013, 27 degrees. So let me have a look in here. We don't have that here. We have that actually here in the EFB. So takeoff performance. Now here's the deal. there is, of course, the option to expedite the departure. I mean, we've got a 319 today, not too heavy, and we may be able to depart from intersection Foxtrot, because otherwise we're going to have to do a long backtrack to get full length. So if we can do that, actually get intersection Foxtrot. Now let me have a look how much remaining runway we have for Foxtrot. So let's go to airport info. Hey, hey, greetings to Malta. Drew, hello. So if we take runway, where are we? 0523. Here we go, 13. So, okay, they say it's actually Echo. Hang on. Echo. Wow, is that a T? Oh, that's an interesting. I've never seen that here before. That's the aircraft departing. Nice. Hey Kimmy and Pilot 19, nice to see you guys. Oh, so they take Echo, not Foxtrot. Okay, then Echo. And let's have a look. So Echo departure. How much do we have from that? So Echo, we have takeoff from available 2,025 meters. So that will be a shift of 1,225. Intersection 2. Intersection takeoff. Let's see if we put 2025. 2025. I'm not sure if they want the. Yeah. So that's 2024. Is it actually just a shift? Let's try 1225.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black.
Yeah, that's it. So that will be the intersection there.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Hey Luke, thank you much for the 64 months. And of course Avenger, hang on. We have to replay Avenger as well. Luke, thank you for the 64. Big thank you for the long-term support, my friend. And let me replay Avenger Orion's resub here as well. Is it coming or not? Hang on.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class?
And Avenger, thank you so much.
Complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Oh my dog 75.
Thank you, 75 months, good God. Long-term support, Avenger, thank you so much for that. Greetings to you. Just getting info, so Drew says they only use Echo when they were building the new apron. The taxiway is closed and now reopened. Well, the thing is though, I mean, unfortunately here in here we only have.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch
Actually,
channel
is that
subscriber
Foxtrot?
Experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where
there's
complimentary
Foxtrot.
drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will
Okay,
be
there we go.
served.
Yeah, that's it. So
Thank you.
that's the thing. You see, somehow my memory.
Oh my dog 75.
Oh, there we go. Replay it again. So that's the thing. So it is Foxtrot. Then let me have a look. In this case, I'll tell you what. In this case, we're going to do backtrack and take full length. I don't have any information how many meters we have from Foxtrot. I mean, we could try Echo, see how that would work out. Dry takeoff weight 62.4. Is that correct? 60. So we have zero fuel weight. 54.7, 61, 72, 62.4 looks good, and 28.9 takeoff CG. That looks all correct. Flex config auto, air conditioning off. Let's compute that. Interesting. It would still give me a Flex 67 takeoff, And with the lower V1, it would still give you 150 meters stop margin plus a TAS effect. So I think that should be okay to use actually. The only question is, I tell you what we'll do, guys. So here's the deal. What will we do? We've calculated from Echo, but we're going to take Foxtrot, so we're going to have a little bit more stop margin. I think that's a valid idea. So we're going to do that. Okay, we're just getting for that voice stuff. Should be resolved now. Okay, good. Oh, that should be right then. Cool. Alrighty, let's do that. And let's set this accordingly. Now let me try to get this here. And then so I'm going to performance. There's no way to send that, is there? I mean, we could do uplink takeoff data. So we could go 1225. Now, I wish they would just call that shift or something. Takeoff limit. I mean, it doesn't really make much sense, does it? So if we take 167. Let's have a look. Right, let's see what guys are writing here. Okay, so it's about a cargo pilot. So you are getting a new car, right? This should be for pilots to do flex takeoff. So flex, it gives me flaps 1 plus F. Where's my flex here? 1 up 0.4. So we'll just get into that manually. So the shift, takeoff shift. Now that's better. Here it says shift, interestingly enough. So then we're going to put a shift 1,225 meters in there. And we got 1, and the trim is up 0.4. Up 0.4. Flex 67. We have NADP 1 actually, so it's going to be 1,800 and then 3,300. And the engine out acceleration is in 1,800. So let's have a look at what's going on here. So, oh, okay. So no, disregard. Okay, so now I'm reading. Cargo pilot says he's going to be flying the first time an A380. Nice. Yeah, guys, can you do me a favor? Can you try to write in English, please? Because this is an English stream. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Yoda, 9. Yoda, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So I'll take the 128 V1. We'll take 136, 139. There we go. So that's all set now. And that completes our preparations. Give you a quick briefing here. So we are going to be not pushing back, actually. It's a taxi out position here. So we're just going to taxi out. Then via Foxtrot liner. We've got to be careful with the liner. Hey, Iowa Scotsman. Nice to see you. And then, yeah, departing runway 13. And we will depart via the Gozo 3 Bravo departure up to 5,000 feet. Sector is 2,000 feet all around. Water there. So it's going to be 1.6 DME from Lima, Quebec, turn right 235 degrees, trek until passing Golf Zulu Oscar 145 radial, then we'll turn right again, and intercept the 155, i.e. course 335 inbound to Golf Zulu Oscar. So what I'm going to do, I am going to put myself some radials in here, and also, since we do need Lima, Quebec as the as a reference, I'm going to put that in manually. Now we have to remember we have to manually delete it out again. The thing is, if you don't put this in manually after liftoff, this will be deleted, and so you're going to miss that 1.6 dB indication. So that's why we will keep that manually in there. We got to manually set Golf Zulu Oscar, and but we are not going to put a course in here. We're just to put the fix info in here as well. So Golf Zulu Oscar, and as a reminder, it's supposed to be radial 145, and also the radial 155. And that way we can monitor raw data, our routing. Very nice. Good, yeah, 2,000 feet is the MSA, so nothing special there regarding our extra fuel. We already covered that, so Zadar is the alternate airport, and we've got level 360 filed, and we have about 35 plus 200 contingency, so we have about 40 minutes extra fuel today, which of course is due to the weather down in Zagreb. Good. Specials, threats. I don't see anything larger here. Intersection takeoff. Got to make sure that we get the right intersection, get the right runway track. Got to check that. Otherwise, I think we're fine. Then let's read our first checklist. Gear pins covers removed. Fuel quantity 7,800 kilograms. Balanced. Seatbelts on, and oh yeah, and by the way, guys, you're gonna be hearing different sounds today. Yeah, it's fine. So I calculated with less stop margin, so we have a bit more stop margin because we're departing Foxtrot and not Echo. So we have different sound set here, guys, which is people always complain when I use Toliss and the standards engine sounds, etc. They are not very happy with it, so that's why I decided to buy a sound pack, and the sound pack is from Sound Pack Studio, and it's called Toliss A319 F-Mod sound pack. So we'll listen to that today. ADIRS is NAF, and we have Bauer F1013 set 3 times at 260 feet. And that's the cockpit preparation checklist completed. Let's do before start items. Yeah, that's true, Mark. That's true. But today, I hope they have less. They have less reasons to complain. And we are, of course, on real time because I do want to track the real time weather. See how that works today here in X-Plane. Stop complaining, Mark. Oh, you guys. You crap me up. Right, APU is available. Let's do that. Let's do that. That looks all good. Let's get rid of the ground power and the trucks. And then let's do the before start items. Fuel pumps are already on. Scorpion 2000. The transponder is now on. And oops, the latest 15012 1013. Fantastic. Cool. Then let's read the before start checklist. Parking brake is set. We have takeoff speed thrust 128, 136, 139, flex 67. Windows, doors closed, closed, closed. Let's lock that. Closed. And the beacon is on, and that's the before start checklist completed. Alright, let's start up. Engine start. good pressure. Let's start the left engine. So engine 1 first. Hey Kiri, how are you doing? First geezer heading south, yeah. Yeah, the sky looks great. Like it as well. Looks pretty cool. Right, good engine start on 1. Let's start engine 2. Oh, that's better. Yeah, cargo pilot, and I kindly ask you to type in English, please, if you can. It's an English live stream. I know it's not easy sometimes to type in English, but I would appreciate that so that everyone can read your comments. I am planning to do a German live stream soon, and then we can all type and talk in German, but for now, English please. Good. Let's do the after start items. Flaps coming 1. We have the trim up 0.4. Let's do a flight control check. For left, for right, neutral, rudder for left. Yeah, so the takeoff shift is for the fact that we're not taking off from full length. So what we're doing is we are departing from an intersection taxiway. So we're going to take Foxtrot intersection. So we're departing runway 13 southeast, but otherwise we would have to taxi back on the runway and then turn around at the end. That blocks the runway for a very long time. So whatever performance allows us to do so, we calculate with a different intersection. So with Echo, what I've done is the intersection, so that part here that we're cutting off is 1,225 meters. And that's why it's a shift of 1,225 meters. The whole length is 3,350 meters, so that we have a remaining of 2,025 meters. Yeah, Airbus, how you doing? Do you have a list of add-ons? Not yet. But to be honest, I am not really using... really the basic thing is... Hey Josh, so the thing is I use map enhancements for the ground textures, so for the orthos if you like, and I use the SimHaven for the autogen, so the buildings, etc. But otherwise it's all standard. Good. Let's read the after start checklist. Anti-ice off, ecam status checked, pitch trim up 0.4, rudder trim neutral, and that's the after start checklist completed. Malta traffic. What we called? We called Croatia 35 Sierra is taxiing runway 13 in Malta.
Welcome aboard the Captain
Josh, thank you so much.
YouTube channel subscriber
That's really kind of you. Thank you.
Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
I'm surprised that's so... Josh, so thanks so much for your membership. Much appreciated. Give me a round of applause for that. Thank you so much, Josh. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Right, Jano, hello to you. You would recommend the free light mod from Drishal. Okay, thanks. All right, let me see if I can find that. I'll make a screenshot of that. So one thing I'm noticing is whenever there's a scenery that's not optimized yet for X-Plane 12, that car, who drove? Guys, who was it? Who did this? Test. HD Sim, hello to you. Big shout out. That's Yorda. Cool, let's see. Cabin is ready. Let's get the radar on. Very important today. Radar PWS on. And we'll do the config tests. All good. Left side is clear. Right side is clear. And we're going to Foxtrot. As agreed. He was cargo pilot. He was driving too fast. Right. Anyways, let's get some taxi lights on as well while we're here. Let's read the taxi checklist. Flight controls checked. Flap setting is 1+ F. Radar PWS is on and auto. Engine mode selector is normal, and the Camino takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist completed. I'm going to put the TCAS on already, just to make sure there's nobody on final. Hey Stefano, thank you so much for the feed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Captain Black Box infotainment experience.
And
New
Minimum
subscribers
Aviation.
should now pick up their pass to
Nice,
first
really?
class. Thank you.
Happy to hear that. Thank you, Josh, also for the kind words. Thank you so much. And Minimum Aviation, that's a long time. Yeah, like 9 years now already. Pretty incredible. Okay, so let me just quickly stop here. Let's go in the outside view and just make sure that there's nobody in the approach. Nobody there. Nobody there. And we're going to line up by a Foxtrot. So let me just stow my board. Let's have a look. Sterile. We're ready. Oh, we're going backwards. Ay. Big slope, apparently. Let's do the lineup. Items. Packs going off. Strobes on. Line lights on. TCAS is on. So lineup checklist. Take a runway. 13 Foxtrot. I'm going to have to turn left on lineup. TCAS. TARA. And pack 1 and 2 off. Lineup checklist completed. Malta traffic. Croatia. 35 Sierras lining up departing 13 in Malta. Alright. Got the chrono, at least the elapsed time on. Let's put the chrono on. Just a viewpoint. Everything is set. Should be headwind. Takeoff 50%. Takeoff. And Flex 67 SRS. Runway on the first move. Oh, that sounds loud. What's that? Better than the default sound, isn't it? That's a steep turn. Right. A321. This is actually this one here. Right, now we've got thrust climb out blue. And we'll continue to climb 360. There's no ATC. Oh, PAX. Yep, just in time. Thanks, well. Joshi, it's just normal lighting. I don't have any mods for the lights. This is normal X-Plane 12.3 lights. Flap 0, speed is check, flap 0. And I'm not using reshade, I'm not using NVIDIA game filter, nothing. It is completely standard X-Plane. Talk about standard altimeters. Standard checked. Yeah, so we have 6 miles now. Here's the radial to intercept that 335 course inbound to Gozo. Looking nice. Love how nice the flag controls are. Very smooth. Love it. Pilot 1. Now we go outside. Have a look outside. Malta. Wheels on, hold on. We will see. That reminds me. The sim sounds, are they drowning out my voice a bit? Should I dial down the sim sounds a tad more? I have a feeling they are very loud. Okay, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, that was just for the takeoff, so we're going to dial them down a bit, so I don't have to shout. Good. Alrighty. Documents. Let's see. I do have a video of where I did a 321 Neo landing in Malta. Let's have a look if I can find it really quickly. Videos. Lima. Oh, I do have it. So let me just copy that over. Oh, I also have a departure video. Right, let's copy both over, and I can show you that when we reach cruise level. Okay, pitch now typical 319. Now it's currently 7 degrees, but of course climb speeds being a little bit lower. What can happen is that the pitch sometimes goes above 7 degrees. And that's the range where the trolleys may tip over. So what I suggest, just going to selected speed and just go maybe 290 or 300 knots. And that way the pitch doesn't get too high. Yeah, so my latest settings regarding X-Plane are on my Discord channel, guys. I just updated it today. Looks good. Seatbelts. Line mats should be closing now. There you go. And we have one message. Oh yeah, and RATNAV, of course. Clear RATNAV, right? So we're going to clear. Also the ILS, very important, clear GOZO, secondary copy active, and then we'll get rid of the fixed infos. So clear, next page, clear as well, fantastic. That should be it though. And there was one message. Let's have a quick look. Received messages. Yeah, that was it. Cool. Performance. Nice. Reset Valanta. The problem is, I think there's an issue again with the plugin, and I would have to restart X-Plane for that, unfortunately. It does do that from time to time. I don't know why, because the plugin should be there. I didn't remove the plugin, but when X-Plane updates, then sometimes so I have to do that for next time. That sky looks great. Different colors. It looks good, doesn't it, with the reflection of the beacon light? Nice. And again, we are on live time, and the reason for that is to track the weather situation. Now we should be okay weather-wise. There were, well, at least until we hit the Italian coastline. I'll show you that here on Sim2 Pro. So we're going to fly over Sicily, and we should, and maybe we're going to see the Vesuv today. Not Vesuv, Etna. Okay, there's two mixed up. Etna today, Etna. And then we continue via, isn't that, yeah, Naples. So we could actually see also the Vesuv. It's a nice sightseeing tour today. And then over the Adriatic Sea, and then you're going to see here we are going to get into bad weather going towards Zagreb. So there are some embedded thunderstorms here. It will be interesting to see how this will pan out today in X-Plane. Yeah, I did a cargo pilot. I did comment on that. Yeah, so I did read your comment regarding A380, which is nice. That's a little bit too much pitch, probably. You can't wait. Fantastic. Nice. Yeah, let me know how it went. I flew with the A380, I think 2 times, and it was great. Yeah. That's beautiful. Hey Franz, wie geht's? Hang on, those reflections, we can adjust them, can't we? Window reflections. Yeah. I don't like them. Hang on, listen that way. That kind of puts me off a bit. Yeah, Skylar, again, I was a bit disappointed when we flew to Klagenfurt with the Zero mod. I mean, the flight was nice, interesting approach, etc. But the problem was, I was trying to see, because they did have some thunderstorms in the area, IRL. So for some reason, the Zero mod didn't pick up the weather radar echoes. And I've tried in the afternoon with a setting where I made the thunderstorms myself. And there, the echoes would only really show up if you had severe precipitation in the clouds. Otherwise, there were no reflections. The Toliss A319 with the latest beta update seems to be better in that regard. But again, it's going to be interesting to see how that will play out, because you know, on Sim2 Pro, so having a look at the real world weather, it definitely does have some precipitation there, so I would expect some radar echo returns there, and then hopefully some turbulence.
Welcome
Hey, Brain
aboard
Compiler.
Captain Black
Welcome
Nice.
aboard the Captain
Hey, thanks for the
Black Box
55
YouTube channel
months.
subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin
I'm hearing
where
echoes.
complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Oh, what was that? Blimey. Something just went crazy. Brain Compiler, thank you so much for the dual membership and subscription. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Big support here. Thank you so much. Give you a big round of applause for that. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well, Brain Compiler. Or Christian. Yeah, exactly. When it's up to both at the same time. But I don't know, you have to time it perfectly, right? Oh yeah, by the way, we are overhead Sicily now, I think. Let's see if we pick up Etna. Haven't you noticed that bug on the weather radar when the auto mod sets tilt, let's say plus 2.0, and catch the return, set it to manual, turn to... Yeah, I know, Franz. Yeah, exactly. That too. The same goes with the setting regarding the gain control. So the gain control is literally just the sensitivity of the antenna. So if you put more gain, manual gain, then the returns will be stronger or displayed in a stronger fashion, right? That again, that also in the Zebo didn't work correctly, but I did tell them that. So, oh yeah, and another thing I'm very happy with. Remember that we did the separation, engine separation in the flight factor 777. They already fixed that. So they fixed that, and they fixed the checklist because I also noticed that it didn't notice or correctly sense the auto throttle switch, and they fixed that as well already. Very nice. So it's great to see that the 777 guys are watching and listening. So that's cool. Yeah, Skylar, exactly. Right, you were the one that suggested it on the stream. Yeah, exactly. So they were so quick to change that. Right, let me go back to selected manage speed. So now we should be fine regarding the pitch. I am a bit confused because I would have expected to see the but maybe just a bit too hazy today. James, sorry, hang on. James, what did you write earlier? How? Hang on. I didn't see a previous post, James. Can you repeat that, please? Oh, there it is. Hang on. Yeah, that's it. That's the Etna. Yeah, because that's Catania there. I was wondering. I thought we should see that. Hey, Stick Figure, coming in with 12 months. Also worth a round of applause. Thank you for the 1 year of support. Stick Figure, I hope you're doing well. And thank you so much. Really, really kind of you guys. Yeah, on a very sad note, I got the news 2 days ago that a colleague of mine, a first officer, who I had 2 or 3 rotations together on the A320, but that was already like 10 years ago. was involved in a terrible accident near Frankfurt 2 days ago. It wasn't his fault. 3 people died. He died as well, unfortunately. So very sad news that we received. What was really touching was that immediately internally, somebody who was in his flight school class, they organized a donation account, and within, I'm not exaggerating, within 12 hours they collected more than 30,000 euros for the family. I mean, he does have wife and children, so very, very sad, but it's great to see that that community coming together and helping out. Always very touching to see. Hey SAS, hello. James, you meant to ask how you got like grass on the airport. Expect usually you have trees but no grass. I honestly, it was the Just Sim Malta scenery. I think maybe that's the X-Plane 12 now. Maybe they have included grass. Alright, this, I think, is that the airport below? Yeah, that's I think that's Catania Airport below us. It is, right. Mac Alt Cruise 360. Yeah, I mean, internally we have many crew members, and internally we get a lot of these news and messages that one of our colleagues, died due to illness or an accident or something. I'm always sad when it happens via an accident, and especially if it's a person that's still very young, and then especially wife, children. It's very, very sad. Hey Ross, want to be bived? Yes, indeed. They are really greatly improving things, and I hope that today the weather radar will work. And maybe at some point we'll get a bit more crisper displays here on the Toliss. You never know. Maybe that will happen. Right, guys. I tell you what. I'm gonna go quickly fetch something to drink. In the meantime, I will show you a video. The first one is going to be the landing in Malta. And that was a 321 Neo landing. And then I'll show you the departure as well. Let me have a look here, hold on. This is not it. Give me a second. I need to choose the correct file. Right, that's landing ILS 31. Not, and that's me, like 6, 7, 8 years younger. Alright guys, I'll be back in a few seconds. what you mean, the cockpit is too dark. Tell that to GoPro. It's their fault. Engine sounds are better than SIM. Oh, you guys always do that.
2,500.
Well, a lot less grey hair back then, Skyler. I've got more grey hair now. But you guys will see in about, I would say, 6 to 7 weeks. And I'm retired and I should be able to get a face cam. I'm 6'3". Oh, hang on, is it cathode ray? Really? Okay, then it's not Neo. I thought it was Neo, actually. But apparently not, no. I think, if I remember correctly, no, you're right. Yeah, I think I stowed the coffee mug because just in case if the landing is hard, then it may drop out or something. I'm not. Oh yeah, I'm flying. Yeah, see, I'm flying. No, I'm not 191. I'm 185, I think. So maybe about 6'1". Is that 6'1", 6'2"? Yeah, 1 meter 85. That's what youth coastline.
1,000.
I like the colours of the islands. Really nice. Yeah, that's me. That's me. 7 years younger or something. I'm sure that wasn't that supposed to be here? Did I make it too? No, that's supposed to be Neo, so it can't be CRTs.
100 above. 400.
Yeah, absolutely.
300. Minimum 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 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 Drive.
Yeah, the 321 Neo, I'm not going to lie, that's so difficult to land. The flare just behaves differently to what the other variants behave like. And it's hard to repeat the same kind of methods trying to get a good landing. Yeah, the scenery has not been updated. I don't know. In X-Plane, a lot of developers have kind of abandoned it. Currently, I'm flying on the 787, and yes, I have recorded a little bit on the 787. The thing is that I have to wait, I think, until I retire, because otherwise I have to edit out a lot of face reveal scenes. The thing is that We are not allowed. I mean, we are still allowed to film in the flight deck at least, which is nice. Not like on other airlines, you're not allowed to do that anymore. We are allowed to film in the US. I don't think in the US it's not allowed to be filmed at all. So that would have to be respected. But I did film in Germany. And the thing is that we're not allowed to attach anything onto the windshields. So no suction cups on the windshields, because they may get some heat damage. So that's the only downside. So what I've done, I've got a holder, a clamp that fixes on the headrest. But again, that's just a little bit more face revealing than what you've seen here. Now I'll show you one more video if you like, the departure. So like I said, this engine start and then taxi out without pushback. Yeah, Nate, welcome. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. They would allow that if you have those Ray-Ban glasses that actually are able to record as well? Okay. I didn't know that. Oh, is the sound of the recording so loud? Okay, I can dial that down a bit. Yeah, no problem. I don't know, Fish Cup. I don't know. I've not been there for a while, so I have no idea. No, we're not allowed to wear polarized sunglasses because potentially we can't read off all of the instruments that way. The side stick now, so the Moser force feedback with the set that I've created or expanded on is actually very close to the real stick. Yeah. Would you ever be interested in flying routes in the Philippines? I mean, yeah, why not? Hey, Mozartkugel. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, it's not my aircraft. So if the owner of the aircraft says that, you know, something's not allowed. Okay, Kimi, thanks. Then, of course, you know, I respect that, right? And nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, yeah. No, so what I mean with the force feedback is the following. So the real Airbus stick is dampened. And the thing is that near the center, the forces required to deflect the stick aren't so great. But the further you deflect the side stick, the more it is dampened, so that the harder it gets. And in order to simulate that on your desktop side stick, you have to have a force feedback. No, but I mean, there's no force feedback per se in the real aircraft. No. Yeah, something like that, Todd. Yeah, I would say something similar. Yeah. Now here, I think because of flying the 321, I think here we have to do a backtrack for runway 31. I'm not sure though, I can't remember. Maybe we do intersection departure, but I think with the 321s, they're usually that heavy that we had to take a full length. And then so for 3-1, you also have to taxi down. That does take some time. Hey, Bob. Yeah, Bob, you're new here. No, that's not true. Hope you're doing well, Bob. Home email, you're asking how do you determine what airline uses packs off takeoff and that. Well, I mean, I don't do that. I just normally, yeah, I try to packs off here in the sim. I know there's lots of discussions, pro and cons, and you know, but yeah. So because Condor has pack on APU, yeah. I mean, again, I don't really go according to these real world procedures. I just do what I've done on my airline. KM Malta airline pilots on strike, so instead of using intersection, they stay backtracking both runways. Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, so kind of a silent dispute. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. So you turn off the runway at the end, and then there's a dedicated taxiway, so that if some aircraft was landing now, you could wait there, and then get the lineup clearance and departure clearance. Hey, Technicus. Yeah, looks great, doesn't it? Don't turn off my air conditioning. Well, I mean, yeah, I know sometimes it is a bit of an issue. It can get hot, can't it? So there we go. We're getting lineup and departure clearance already. Yes, Sado, I probably only have like 2 rotations left. So 4 landings. Well, 2 that I do myself. So yeah, my time until retirement isn't long now. I don't. These days, honestly, we don't really get water salutes anymore because there's so many pilots retiring. They don't really do that anymore. I'm 55. No, Bob. No, Africa. No way, 55. I am. Trust me. There's people here that have seen me IRL, so they know I've got grey hair. Will you go into the education for new pilots? You mean like if I will train new pilots? No, no. Yeah, Yoda. Well, who knows? Very tempting. Very tempting. Fish Cup, you're 42, also get grey hair. Yeah, sometimes it happens early, right? And Todd, you'll be 54 in December. No chance of retiring anytime soon. Well, that's the thing. That's a luxury I think that I have, and I know I'm in a very fortunate position to be retiring at that 56 now. So. You sound like 24 max, Noel. I mean, I have a young voice, yeah, but maybe I should have had more, I don't know. Maybe I should have smoked or drank some more whiskey or something, but... Oh, blimey, what's happening here? The golden voice, yes. Although I can't really sing, so... not even that. So the only thing I can, honestly, the only thing I'm really, really good at is flying aircraft. So not even, you know, building things or, you know, I'm terrible in that. Yes, of course, yeah. So after retirement, I do plan to have a face camera, yeah. I'm not that shy. I mean, so all the reason why I haven't had a face cam up to now is just to have some privacy. James, you don't know why you expect... Okay, so James, if you go to my Discord channel, let me give you the link for that. So here's the link to the Discord channel. Go to my Discord and type hello in the welcome channel. And then one of my mods will give you the permission to view all of the channels. And then there will be a channel, so Mark will give you the permission, and then you can see the... Oh, here we are, we're back. And then you can see the settings channels. Just hello, James. Just hello, hi, or whatever, and then you will be admitted. And then in the settings channel, I updated the explain settings, and I think one of the settings probably that you are having issues with. Actually, I can show you the picture as well. Hang on, give me a second. I'll show you the settings because I made a screenshot. Here we go. So that's my settings that I currently have. And I think what you're probably going to have an issue with is the rendering resolution. So if you put that to off, you're going to get full resolution. Anything left of that will give you some blurriness on the screen. So, but you can see I'm not using anything maxed out yet because of the fact that X-Plane is still not optimized for multi-threading. So texture resolution is maximum, yes. Render is also 4K full resolution, but that means I have to put some of these CPU intensive settings to medium. That's the 4090 RTX 4090. Yeah, okay, Matty. Yeah, that's a good point as well. So with the anti-aliasing, you also have to I don't have Toby. I've ordered something else. Head tracking wise. It's a new thing. You don't need to wear a hat. It actually just has kind of infrared imagery of your face, and then that way you can. No, it's not Track IR. It's Track Hat, I think it's called or something. It's a fairly new company. Right, the link to Discord, I'll give you that again. Hang on. There may be a time. Here it is. Here's the link to Discord. It's weird, I know. It's called Track Hat, but it doesn't need a hat, no. Right, guys, in the meantime, you can see here in the distance, definitely we can see some build-ups, and it's quite fascinating because that's something just like in real life at nighttime. Look at this. And I did have some echoes there while we were watching that video. There was quite a big echo there. Now, we do have an echo up ahead of us, but that's still 100 miles away, and just like in real life, this is something quite typical. So the scan at the moment, it says it's plus 2 degree tilt, and so the majority of the bigger liquid areas, so the rain areas, are further down, right? So they're not in the top part of the cloud, they're more like in the lower third. So what we would normally do is to go on manual tilt. Right now it says manual, and then we could tilt down a bit to try to pick up the area where we actually have that cluster of precipitation. Now, this is something I think at the moment X-Plane is still struggling a little bit with, or the add-ons are struggling with. So yeah, what I'm seeing is that as you tilt down, there should definitely be stronger echoes. Right now, it's not even picking up anything. Now, if I go and put the gain higher up as well. I mean, the thing is, yeah, it's still 80 miles, 90 miles away, so that's always kind of a bad spot for these weather radar systems. They will get more accurate as you get within 80 to 60 miles. Then it will paint a better picture. But let me get back to auto. Let's see if we pick up a bit more. So what I would do normally IRL is I would have a look at the wind situation. Why? Because that would give me an indication where the amboss, so the big part of that thunderstorm cloud, is drifting to. And in the amboss, there's always a possibility of some hail. So you can see now, let's see the majority of the rain is in here. You can see there's a lot of cloud that goes to the right, and we call that the amboss. And in here, this part, you can still have, depending on the stage of that thunderstorm, you may have some hail, which you also want to avoid. Very often in summertime or in certain regions of the earth, you cannot overfly the thunderstorms, not even 40,000 feet. Yes, so good question, G. Kemmerling. That tilt is not the tilt of the aircraft nose. Actually, hang on. Let me see. Let me think again. Is it? No, I'm pretty sure I did show a document. It's the horizon, not the aircraft nose. Let me just check if I can find that again, so that you guys have something. Not just my comment, but also some proper. Here we go. That's what I mean. Like, so you can see that the here's got the risk of encountering hail itself. Where's plus minus? Right. So you can see the wind, right, and then you have the amboss on the lee side of the wind, and you have still some risk of encountering hail outside of that cloud, right? But 80% hail risk is in the top part, right? While in general the most liquidity is in the lower part of these clouds, right? Now here's another interesting thing is that the reflectivity depends on how wet the moisture is. So for example, good reflectivity is obviously rain or wet hail, but if you look at dry hail, dry snow or drizzle, the reflectivity is very low, very poor. Right, so in order to get some very good returns, you need either wet hail or rain itself. So liquid water. That's where you have good reflectivity. Now here's the thing with the pitch. So the antenna tilt. So this is the angle between the center of the beam and the horizon. And it's not the pitch. So again, it's the difference between the horizon and the angle of the radar beam. Okay? So in our case, if it says +2 degrees, it's pretty much our level where the beam is currently showing, right? So that's why if I go on manual and then tilt down, that's a bit much, -6, let's go -2.5, right? It would mean 2.5 degrees below the horizon. That's where the beam should be focused on now. So let's range down a bit now, 80-mile range. Yeah, so let's also increase the gain again. Yeah, there we go. So at least now with the increase of gain, so the sensitivity of the antenna, we did see some clear returns just there. There we go. I don't know why it's I think what it's doing, it's painting kind of a -2.5 down, and then as it comes right, it probably pitches up or something, which it shouldn't really do. That picture should not disappear. That should stay steady like it's doing now. Yeah. Let's see, Drew, what did Drew write? Drew, what did you write? Yeah, James, in 2024, it's something completely different. I have issues as well, Marcus, of 2024. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to go right here. The thing is, usually I would like to be on the loof side regarding the wind, but I guess that's not going to be possible, really. And now you see the issue. It is dark, so let me go put the dome light off. Oh, that's cool. Looks like the moon is rising there. Here's the moon. Full moon. Yes, indeed. Oh, that was great. That was fantastic. Yeah, almost full moon. So, I mean, if it was like an active thunderstorm, we would see some lightning right now. So this could be the case where it's already dissipating. But I think it's a good idea to be deviating. Now, 1358. So we got Zagreb Tower coming online and approach. GG. Nice. Let me see. We should be getting into the Adria sector, which is 1358.
We can change the runway to no problem. Runner 2 Papa Alpha, clear track of Palace to from departure flight plan route initially 8,000 feet, squawk 5257.
So Xolta. Actually, no. You know what? No. Xolta is the point where we can enter his airspace. I'm gonna wait a few seconds. Now you should be at 20 miles at least from the center of these returns, right? Let me put that back to auto. Let's see what we get. And we're getting some light turbulence, which is nice.
Runner 2 Papa Alpha, read the correct. Hello, Luxair 464, level 310. Luxair 464,
just for safety, let's put the seatbelts on.
Level 360, clear direct to Wacken.
Make the announcement that we are encountering some light turbulence. Return to seats, fast seatbelts. It's live weather, yes, live weather. No, I don't use active sky. No.
Zagreb, squawk 5226.
Squawk 5226 out and 80 November.
So let's see if we put the landing lights off, we can see some reflections there. We should see reflections. I mean, I did think we're going to be in clouds, but
Runner 2 Papa Alpha, ready with taxi. Runner 2 Papa Alpha, taxi to holding point runway 22. Holding point runway 22, Runner Papa.
yes, it's well, actually, it's. Is it a plug-in? Yes, it's a plug-in. Yeah, you're right. It is. So it works with X camera now. Oh, that looks brilliant. Oh my god, that looks so eerie. Oh, there was some lightning there.
Runway located via Bravo, Croatia 30. Croatia 30, welcome to split center, please. Roger. Croatia 30.
No, this X camera with a plug-in for the head shake. So that way, if you get the if you enter that that plugin, you have the enable G-loaded camera option then. Halloween stream. Yeah, man, that's what I mean with it's getting just so much better these days. Now this, it does recommend this as well for step climb.
Zagreb,
So yeah, 380 would be the next level.
Continue follow 400 for Bangladesh Street user.
Let's have a look here for the estimate arrival fuel 4.1, and we were supposed to have 2.4, so we have about 1.6, 1.7 extra, which is about 40 minutes extra fuel at the moment, which is nice. It is immersive, I have to say. I mean, that looks absolutely great. See a bit of cloud there.
Good evening, Lufthansa 8 Kilo with you, flight level 380.
Well, this demonstrates very nicely the issues you run into sometimes. So let's say you don't have a moon, right? It's pitch black. You can't see, you can't make out the clouds themselves. And that's always an issue that you may run into the top of these thunderclouds, of these cumulonimbus clouds, where there is turbulence. And so we have the issues that we have with injured passengers or injured flight attendants is running into these top of the clouds where you don't have a clear echo, but still some turbulence. Yeah, so that's the thing.
120.705 for Channel 29 Juliet Foxtrot.
29 Juliet Foxtrot 120.725.
And we can see definitely some turbulence there. Ay.
120.725.
Oh my god. Oh no. Now I admire the fact that he's looking at he's flying.
Thank you, Lufthansa 8 Kilo with you.
And Adria Control, good evening from Croatia. 35 Sierra is at flight number 360, Scorpion 2000.
Croatia 35 Sierra, WH Zagreb, identified clear direct to Rudik, Squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000 inbound to Rudik, thank you. Croatia 35 Sierra.
And Croatia 35 Sierra, descend to flight level 310.
And descend level 310, Croatia 35 Sierra. Right, direct to Rudik. A beam points.
Runner to Papa Alpha, runway 22, clear for takeoff with 1.
Oh, okay, now look at this. Ay. We're gonna have some issues, I guess. Oh, whoa, we're really running into turbulence now. We're gonna be left of that. Split, it seems like. So Split definitely has thunderstorms right now. Flight Simmer Dad, yeah, exactly. No, that was not a happy baby, no. Alright, let me go to vertical speed so that we don't dive down, right. Wow, that's some really big echoes there. Right, let me get the engine anti-ice on, by the way, because we are in a descent. Lower power settings. Oh, we're just breaking out the clouds a little bit now. Cool. Oh, absolutely cool. And then we'll... Squawk 1000, yeah. Okay, so currently there's an echo there. So this is Zadar. This is our alternate airport. Now the cool thing is, we can already now scan the area around Zadar because that's our alternate, and that's why I actually chose that airport. Right now, we can see that there is a thunderstorm, but quite far away. So that will take about an hour to get there, if it drifts with that wind. Assuming that it's not so convective anymore. But right now, we at least have Zadar as a good alternate airport. Step is deleted, that's fine, that's good. Let me get the ATIS. And the remaining flight time is about 40 minutes. Destination ATIS. Hey Svenja! No, Svenja, well, we got thunderstorms at start, so that's a new weather radar system. Der wird Ajaccio, no. So that's quite impressive. I'm going to put that back to calibrated. See how that works. And Svenja, I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Right, let's have a look at company message. So we should have ATIS now. So here's Zagreb ATIS information Alpha at 1800 Zulu. Variable 1 knot, we've got 6 kilometers, light rain, overcast 4.5, 21 degrees, 1006.
Correct.
Recent weather, rain, temporary rain. Transition level 115. I've already put that in while we're here. Isla Zulu runway 04. Okay, that's straight in 04. Okay, that's interesting. Variable 1 knot.
Clear direct to Exxon.
Clear direct to Exxon. Thank you. Russia 350. Right, so let me just put the wind in here. Now I'm going to change the arrival. So we're going to take the ILS. Arrival. There we go. ILS Zulu. And it should also be the. Let's have a look. Route to Zulu. Approach via. And Croatia 350. Could you spell that waypoint for us, please? Because we had a different runway planned.
Croatia 35 Sierra, waypoint Exxon, Echo, Kilo, Sierra, Oscar, November, intermediate approach fixed for ILS Zulu 04.
Okay, yeah, I have it now. Exxon, thanks so much. Direct to Croatia 350. Thank you.
No worries.
Right, there we go. So now we got it. If in doubt, ask. Right, so direct to the final, it seems. Insert with the beam points. Now let's check the weather radar.
Okay, travel 3263,
Alright, so right now it seems to be okay. I'm going to put 310 cruise level in here as well. Now it recalculates the descent point. I'm going to maintain this current speed. I don't want to slow down that much.
360 Tango Hello, accelerator to destination automatically 03, Sierra Papa Lima 1, Quebec departure. Climb 5000 feet initially, squawk 5250.
Divert to Paro. Now. Right, let me. So much to my pre-planning. Everything's different now. So, let's have a look for the Zulu approach. Zulu approach 04. There it is. And we cleared back to Exxon.
Austrian 48 Bravo, contact Wien 132-190. 132 decimal 190 Austrian flight power.
There's some returns. We're gonna have probably gonna deviate a little bit as we get closer. Now, be aware, guys. This is still 120 miles away or 100 miles away. So you can definitely say that as we descend and get closer, the radar picture will get more intense. Because at the moment, these radio waves that are coming back, or the microwaves that are coming back, are scattered a lot. But as we get closer, the more we're going to be picking up our return microwaves that we sent out. And then the picture will get clearer and clearer. But that's definitely going to be an area where we're going to have to fly around. And looking at the wind, we will go left side for sure. So let's enter the last of the information there. Temperature is
Zagreb radar, dobre večer, Euroving 7 Romeo Alpha,
21.
flight level 390.
And QNH is 1006. How's the ATC sounds for you guys? Is it too loud or is it just me? I have a feeling it's very loud for me.
Zagreb radar, good evening, Emirates 90 Matango, flight level 400, inbound Sierra Papa Lima. Emirates 90 Matango, flight deck.
Original Godspeed, a good question. No. So the thing is, the only way you can have both weather radar returns and terrain is to have one of the pilots have terrain mode on, which I have here. So here we got terrain mode, and here I have weather radar mode. ATC is not too loud. Okay, thanks, Matthias and Lula Pilot. Thanks and. Yeah, so Nate, it's always really us pilots that will ask ATC. I know in the US, this is the thing about the US, which is good. In the US, they have some pretty good radar systems themselves. So ATC, I mean. So they will actually give you a heads up already. Say that, you know, be aware weather in the area, this and this, around this VOR, whatever, right? Heavy precipitation on the radar. So they will give you a heads up, and then they will usually ask or say, if you need, let me know if you need diversion, you know, or heading or something, right? So they're really proactive, already give you great help with that. So here's Sadar, we're just passing in a few minutes. Okay, so for the descent, already inbound to Exxon, let me have a look at the arrival really quickly to see the terrain situation. So arrival, we were filed on the Rudik arrival, so let's have a look. Well, that's so interesting. I've never seen that before, that we get these other aircraft now shown on the chart here. Really interesting. So that was not it. Let's have a look at the Zulus. Yeah. So that would have been our arrival, the Zulu arrival, and we see that sector here around Exxon is 5,400. However, the white area, contour layer, is 2,000 feet, highest obstacle, so 3,000 feet would be safe for us. Okay, so Rudik, Exxon, the lowest we can go is 3,000. Right, so that's that. Now, we're going to get the first echoes here. We're going to have to go left here. Let's do a heading of 325. Croatia 350, request.
Croatia 35 Sierra, pass your message.
Yeah, so we have a build-up on our routing. Request left heading 325 for the next 50 miles.
Croatia 35 Sierra, turn left heading 325, report clear of weather.
Left 325 headings approved. Thank you. I will call you in clear weather and also request descent to Croatia 350.
Croatia 35 Sierra, over, descend initially level 200.
Initial descent level 200, Croatia 350. Right, thrust idle descent out blue and heading.
Austrian 80 November, first descent between radar 13219, ciao.
Yeah, I can see the top of the clouds there. Man, X-Plane has become so much better with the reflections, so the lighting, the cloud simulation, that looks so eerie. And a little bit lighting in the background. Now I believe the engine ATI is running because we're in and out of clouds. Right, also as a reminder, let me put Lima Zulu Delta Alpha, runway 04 in here. Hang on, LDZA. There you go. 04. 100 miles. So I know that straight in, I'm okay with the altitude. So 100 divided by 33,000 feet with a little deceleration. So
Zagreb radar, Austrian 7650, dobry flight level 320.
Austrian 7650, Servus, Zagreb identified, climb flight level 330.
Landing flight level 330.
wow, look at that, look at the build-ups. Oh, that's going to be spicy. Ay. And that's what I said, like, as you get closer, the returns are going to get more reliable. Not even close to East Midlands. What now, you mean, Yoda? Is it that bad? Yeah, Mickey, I think it won't take long. I mean, you know, I think... so right now, they're just testing it. If it's working nicely... And this is actually working better than in the Zebo right now. This is definitely more reliable. Now the question is, are we going to find a gap to fly through it that is safe enough? And so now we have to switch between two range settings. So between the 160 mile and 80 mile. And you can see the issue that we have at the moment is there's a lot of returns there. And there could be some ground returns as well mixed in that, even though we have ground clutter suppression on. But sometimes there may be some ground returns as well. So it's hard to tell. Again, more than 80 miles, you can't really use that that picture that well. But for now, we're going to be able to go direct to the final, but then it'll depend if we have a way to get to the airport. That's the thing. So let me actually slow down a bit here. So back to thrust idle percent. Let's go 290 knots in case we hit turbulence. Constraints on. Continuous number 150, right Sierra 35 Sierra, and we will be able heading 340 now. Turn right heading 340, Grazia 350. Yeah, so 340, we could even go 35 in a minute. But again, we're going to have to wait until we get to about 60 miles. And you can see that if that return was over the airfield right now, I don't think we'd be able to land. And there's a lot of heavy rain. And the airport did report at the moment recent rain And 6 kilometers, light rain. Yeah, so 6 kilometers is always kind of a good indication with the visibility on how bad the rain is. Just be aware that there may be some special reports out from time to time. So not just every 30 minutes, but Spezi reports, as we call them. If situations change, then we have to take that into account. But right now, I'm not so concerned about these clouds. I think heavy rain, yes, but those would be thunderstorms for sure. So this could be hail and lightning as well as an issue. But I do see a chance at the moment. But I'm going to go direct to Exxon now. And Croatia 350 able direct Exxon again.
Croatia 350, thank you very much. Visible navigation, clear direct to Exxon. Started with radar on 118.885 channel.
Direct to Exxon and 118.885. Thanks so much for your help, Croatia 350. That's cool. He's a very nice guy. Very familiar voice. Good. So let's have a look. That's information alpha. Zagreb approach. Good evening to you from Croatia 35 Sierra, passing 173, descending 150, inbound to Exxon, and we have information alpha.
Croatia 35 Sierra, dobro večer, identified, continue descent, flight level 110.
Continue descent level 110, Croatia 350. Cool. Okay, so picture at the moment doesn't look too bad. We've got weather and turbulence on. Let's have a look a bit more gain. So there's no red echoes at the moment. So yeah, I'm not too concerned with that.
Croatia 35 Sierra, after Exxon expect direct Kupka for ILS Yankee runway 04 approach.
Okay, we're expecting Exxon and then to Kupka for the ILS Zulu 04 approach, Croatia 350.
35 Sierra, that is correct.
So that's what we have programmed, very nice. Company message, let's see what's in there. And then do a quick briefing. Information Alpha 211006. That's what we have, right? Yeah, 1006. Yeah, we already have that. Good. Okay, so one more thing to do is to get the landing performance. Gonna have runway wet for sure. 04 weather is good. Correct. 59.1. Correct. We'll do config 3. Just in case of wind shear. Brake mode medium. Aircon on. We'll add 5 knots. Compute. Yeah, so we have available 3,246 meters. Required is 1,700 almost. So we have a lot of margin available. We could even think about going low. Yeah, low is fine as well. Yeah, so right now it doesn't look too bad. I was initially concerned that we could potentially run into some issues with the weather, but I would say, yeah, we're good for the approach. We're gonna have some turbulence, some rain for sure, but shouldn't be lightning. So that should be fine. It is definitely a game changer. So having these weather radars now actually working with some proper returns, just like IRL, just adds another level of immersion. Good, we got 15 degrees plus on the TAT, so that means we can switch off the engine anti-ice and put the landing lights on here. Seatbelts recycle one more time to let the cabin know that we're in the approach. And yeah, so for the approach itself, we're going to do a config 3 and auto brake low. And we're going to be flying via Exxon.
35 Sierra, descent altitude 8,000 feet, QN8, Zagreb 1006, transition level 110.
Descent 8000, pitch 1006, transition level 110. Copied, Croatia 350. So already 1006 and 8000 blue. Yeah, so Kupka on the ILS 8.3 descent on a 3-degree profile. Minimum Cat 1 is 560 feet. That's already set. And missed approach will lead us straight ahead to Rerna and climbing 4000 to hold, and then get radar vector spec for the approach. Sector altitudes already briefed. So 4.5, 5,500, 4,000. Very high terrain around the airport, but yeah, we're sticking to the routing.
350, descent rate 1,500 per minute.
Okay, descent rate exactly 1,500 feet per minute. Croatia 350. Right, let's go down to 50 knots. Ugh! Star Wars. Now, they haven't fixed that yet. Oh, that's horrible. Let's do that for now. Yeah, so still a lot of rain in there. Here's 1,000 feet. But, yeah, it should be okay. Good. Sector, landing performance, we already did. So we have a 900 meters margin now. Runway wet calculated.
350, now descent rate 900 feet per minute. Sorry, my mistake. Or previous comment.
No problem. Descent rate 900 feet per minute. Croatia 350. Right. Coming down. We have a total of 38 miles, so we are good on that.
350, continue descent, altitude 4,000 feet.
Descent 4,000, Croatia 350. So let me check quickly where we are. In that Exxon. Yeah, terrain is more to the north here. So on the arrival, yeah, 5,400 is the lowest according to MSA, but we did say contour layer wise, 3,000 is safe now. So we can accept the 4,000 feet. Good. So let's quickly do the preparations. Config 3, auto brake low, config landing flat 3, and then let's read a approach checklist. Barrow ref, QNH 1006 set 3 times, passing 7,600 feet. Let me go back down to thrust idle open descend. Although, no, that's too fast. Let's go 1,000 feet per minute, is fine. Speed, total speed. Then we've got the seatbelts on. Minimum bar row 560 feet. Auto brake low. Engine mode selector is normal. Don't know exactly where the lightning is, but up ahead, I would say it should be fine. I've got the gain +4 if I go back to calibrate it. Yeah, now there's actually no returns anymore. Oh, bloody hell. What's going on? Oh, it's behind us. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, so currently what it looks like is some weather in the approach, some rain, but Zagreb itself seems to be fine. Now, another important thing is you have to scan your missed approach sector. Right, so once you get within like 30 to 40 miles, make sure that your missed approach is clear as well. Very important. You know, make sure you have a strategy early. Wind is south and southeast of Zagreb. Nice. Yeah, so if I look at the Sim Toolkit Pro, yeah, it's more behind us and more to the east than anything else. Oh, it's bumpy. Ay, 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 ay. Alright, I'm going to start reducing speed a bit here. And we've got a lot of tailwind as well. Blimey. So 4,000 plus at Exxon is fine. Then we got Kupka at 3,000 above.
Winds 491, contact wind radar frequency 132.
Strategy. In case we missed approach, we have enough fuel. We go into the holding, and then we'll think about if it's best course of action to wait for the weather, or if we divert or not. Just to get another weather for
That's correct, bye-bye.
our alternate airport.
Grazie 35 Sierra, from present position direct to Kupka, descent altitude 3,000 feet, cleared LSEK approach runway 04, report. Established.
Okay, present position direct to Kupka, descending 3,000 feet and cleared the ILS Zulu 04, call established. Croatia 350.
35 Sierra, correct.
Okay, so let's do thrust idle up descent, alt blue 3,000. According to control layer, we can accept that. Let's switch the LS keys on. ILS is identified. India Zulu Alpha, correct. And I think we have tower as well. Great, guys, that's so cool. That's whoever's coming online here for us. It's brilliant. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much, everyone. That's really cool. I am not gonna lie, this is actually exciting. I love the immersion. I love how the weather now really affects, you know, your flight path and your strategy. And speed brakes back in. Quick look at the alternate airport weather. So Zadar currently is good. So no threats there. Valid plan B. A lot of tailwind. Flaps 1. Let's already slow down a bit. Oof. So variable 1 not on the ground, but currently because of that thunderstorm behind us, I would imagine gonna have to get some speed brakes out. Slow down. Alt star. Right, clear for the approach. We have lock star, cat 3 dual, autopilot 1+2, glide stop is armed. Speed brakes back in. Hey, Voyager. Flaps 2, speed is checked, flaps 2, still 18 knots tailwind. Lock. Here comes the glide slow. Established localizer 04, Croatia 350.
Grazie 35 Sierra, contact now tower frequency for you is 1.8.3. Have a safe landing, Captain. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for the service. 18.3. Until next time, Croatia 350. So cool. The elevation of the runway is 353. So I'm going to put the gear down here because we have 20 knots tailwind. Gear down. Zagreb Tower, good evening. Croatia 350 on the ILS Zulu 04. It's checked.
Croatia 350, door to Zagreb Tower, runway 04, clear to land, wind calm.
Dead land 04, Croatia 350. And for advice for our pilot report, we have currently wind 210 at 15 knots. So that was final setting, and missed approach I think was 4,000 feet. Yeah, 4,000. Missed approach set.
2,000.
Is checked. Oh. Now, honestly, I think I'm going to try something here with the. So just put the taxi light on and the. Because the landing light really is hard to see the runway. Kevin is ready. So landing checklist. Ikamimo landing. No blue. I don't know where this lightning is coming from because on the radar it doesn't really show much. 30 knots tailwind. Ay, 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 ay. You're right, that's a bit I'm not happy with that because now the wind is 8 knots. It's showing thunderstorms, but there's no returns on the radar. So that's a bit of where they have to work on, I think. I mean, it's impressive, but it's somewhat unrealistic. Excuse inbound. Right, manual thrusts. Manual flights.
1,000.
1,000 is checked. We are clear to land. Yeah, wind now 5 knots. At least we have wind that is in limits. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'll give that as a feedback to them. I mean, it's exciting, no doubt, but yeah, that's a bit unrealistic.
400.
Getting a little bit low, correcting. Yeah, wind now from the right, 4 knots, turning headwind.
300. 100 above. 200. Minimum.
Continue. Yeah, the
100.
mismatch with the glide slope here. I'm going to go with the RPs.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Happy with a positive touchdown runway, that's fine. Spoilers, there's a green decel. That looked exciting, yeah, for sure. Oh my god. Whew. Now, still work to be done on the, the whole simulation of thunderstorms, but nonetheless, this is going in the right direction because this just adds another level. Yeah, exactly. It's a dramatic landing, right?
Gotcha, 35 Sierra, hold short of Porter, contact ground, 121.8, 50 night.
Holding short of hotel, and we're going to contact ground on 121.850. Thank you so much for the service. Gotcha, 350.
Gotcha, 350, negative, hold short of Foxtrot.
Hold short Foxtrot, copied. Okay, holding short here. Gotcha, 350. So 850. Right, let me just...
4 Romeo Papa, Zagreb ground, very good evening, clear to Munich via flight plan route, pod Edge 1 Whiskey departure, squawk 1000, information Bravo.
That's so cool.
Clear to destination Munich S5 ready pod Edge 1 Whiskey departure and initial climb ready sit at squawk 1000 Lufthansa 4 Romeo Papa.
Well, the 4 Romeo Papa, reback.
Right, let me see where I am. Zagreb ground, good evening from Croatia 350, holding short Foxtrot.
Gotcha, 350, Zagreb ground, hello, continue straight ahead Golf, stand Echo 1.
Straight ahead Golf, and you stand 01, confirm?
Echo 1.
Echo 1, okay, thanks, Croatia 350. Oh, I think I have the wrong chart here. Where's my... Ah, there we go, apron east. Echo 1, first position there. Cool. Now I've got it. Yeah, it's the only one that's clear. Hey, Tail West. Yeah, I am on auto, and the only thing that I changed from time was the calibration. things. Yes, it's all good in the approach, but someone was saying as you get below the clouds, it seems to be exactly the problem that it cannot pick up the moisture below the cloud. At least that's the feeling I have as well. Kimmy, thank you so much. Yes, I am using the X camera, that head shake plugin, yeah, which works very nicely, I have to say. And that wet apron, look at that, crazy. Actually, you know, having a look now, that is actually looks like more like contamination than just wet. It's a little plugin. It's a head shake plugin, Luciano. And then I use X camera with the latest version. That then gives you the option to enable that head shake G-load. No, not X. No, nothing like that. No X plane realistic. Wow, the reflections are crazy. Yeah, honestly, Tail West on my monitor, 4K monitor, it looks real. I mean, it may be a bit just too much, but the water reflections are crazy good. Let me put the taxi light off here as well. Look at that. Wow, that looks crazy. Look at the reflection now.
Lufthansa 8 Romeo Lima request, start and push. Lufthansa 8 Romeo Lima, push and start approved, runway 04.
I'm gonna have a look. So again, guys, so the latest X camera 2.4.4 beta 12, and there you have that. So if you go to the cockpit, that is. So in the cockpit, you have enable G-loaded camera. That's a new option you could tick now. And then as a plugin, I have the... it doesn't say it here. Let me just check my folders. I can tell you what plugin that is. X-Plane 12. Plugins. Yeah, it's just called Headshake. Headshake plug. So maybe someone has a link for that as well. The SIM coders plugin? No, I don't think so. No. No. Yeah, Svenja, have a good night. I know you get up early, Svenja. Mach's gut. Bleib gesund. Schön dich zu sehen, Svenja. Bis die Tage. So let's do that. That. Fuel pumps. Ella Aviation, Abend. And so Nate, actually, what's the SIM coder plugin do? What does it do? No, I know X-Plane Realistic. No, I don't. I think I own it, but I've not installed that. No. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks, Nate. Exactly. So the link Nate just posted. That's the plugin that I've installed in the plugins folder. Is it really? I thought, Andre, I thought you had to have to put in both of those. I thought someone was telling me that... Okay, well, I mean, guys, okay, so what you can try, if that is correct, then just try to get the latest X-Camera version if you have it, and just tick that. Then maybe you don't even need a different plugin. Maybe then it works with the X-Plane G-loaded camera. Yeah, so LA Aviation, again, the weather radar function is something that I've been missing dearly in flight simming. So to have that available to do your planning in the approach, just like you would do in real life, make your strategy. So the entry to the airport, the exit in case of missed approach, and then determine at some stage if it's like too much red echoes, then to abort the approach and wait until the weather has moved on. The only thing right now that I'm gonna have to put forward to the developers is the issue that as you get lower to the ground, there seem to be no more radar returns. And so that may be an issue with the sim right now. I don't know if it's an add-on problem with Toliss, let's say, or if it's a general problem with the X-Plane simulation. That I don't know. Yeah, Nate, you do need to have some bad weather. Well, they're working on so the next updates. Whoa, that sound! Oh my god. So the next updates would be performance improvements with multi-threading. So if that comes, that would be great. Yeah. Okay, what I'll do, so let me do the following. I'm going to log off VATSIM. Okay. Let me put the aircraft on the runway. So I'm going to go on the runway. Oops, hang on. LDZA runway 04. Airbus says the whole Zagreb area is red on your DAF display. It looks dangerous. Is it really? What sim are you using? Okay, so that's the terrain. Now let me put on my weather radar. So I'm going to put this to, let's say, 40-mile range. Okay, so Terry West, what setting now? What setting would you like me to have? Calibrated or max gain? Okay, let's put this to max gain. Yeah, so look, there's no returns whatsoever. Oh, actually, this route, hang on. Well, there's some smaller ones, but that's very far out. Manual, tilt, and +5. Roger. Well, that's now 8.75, so that doesn't quite coincide. 6.25. Right, there we go. So manual gain, full gain, manual +5 degrees. And that's on 80-mile range. And the only thing I'm seeing is like very small returns here. And surely with that kind of rain and with the lightning, there should be much bigger echoes right now. Yeah, I'm on weather plus turbulence. I can just put weather, see what that happens. What happens now? So that's just weather now. Let me do a takeoff. Let me just quickly take off, and let's just gain some altitude and fly around the area to see once we get higher up. MTR North, hello. Ah, okay, MT North. Yeah, I didn't notice that. No. Let's do open climb, thrust climb, Malta blue. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, the A330. We can try the A330 as well in a few minutes, tail west, if you've got the time. Now I'm going to put the tilt back to auto. Let's put that back to calibrated. Yes, it is unusual to have that much rain and lightning around you, but no returns. Right? But again, once we get, so look at this. Now we're getting to 4,000 feet, and now we start seeing some returns. So let me go a little bit towards it. You see that? 80 miles, yeah. Oh, also tail west, look at this. So the sweep, it should not happen, should it? That it shows on the left sweep and then it disappears again on the right sweep. I mean, I know, isn't it like a boxed radar scan? Yeah, because see, now that we're higher up, now the returns are there. Shouldn't disappear, right? Speaking of the default A330, how's it now with all the updates? I think it is a basic add-on, but it's a good add-on to do A to B flights. That I can say for sure. I mean, it's not as detailed as Phoenix or Toliss, etc., but for a free add-on, A to B. Definitely not bad. Now let me just turn back again over the field and have a look again if we can get some returns here within 80 miles. Or let's say 40 miles. Okay, get some returns here. And the sound pack is definitely improving the sounds of the Toliss. Love that. Very nice indeed. Yeah, so again, it's not perfect yet. I mean, there's still work to be done. And I just fear that it's a bit of a mismatch between the reports of the weather. What line am I on? All lights off. Yeah, so it is definitely mismatched. Let me just put this to manual again, and let's get radar beam down a bit. Manual 1.5 or 1.25 down. And again, there's no returns. The sound pack is as follows. Let me just... So it's from Sound Pack Studio. It's called Toliss 319 FMOC sound pack. And they have CFM and IAE as well. Yeah, so yeah, it is a bit weird. Let me look at the weather map here. So here we got yeah, so they have some returns more to the west. So it's not showing according to the internal calculations. Let me get the precipitation. Okay, so it's more. There's a little bit ahead of us, but there's more to the north. That's still. I mean, it should still show us something. There's a return there apparently. So stronger precipitation that should have shown up on the radar. Yeah. So everything back to normal. So auto scan calibrated with the plus turbines, and then we get heading northbound. Yeah, so you can see that's 80 miles. That's the echo there we see. So that's a bigger echo there. It's putting the precipitation at 0.64 in that. That's the one there. Airbus, okay, like the Citation X, great. Yeah, there we go. So look at that. Here we got the returns. That's about 75 miles. Yeah, and the scan makes it disappear again on the right scan. So it comes on the left scan and then disappears again on the right scan from time to time. Now it's staying. Okay, at least now it's staying. So now the thing is, if I go to manual and put the tilt down to, let's say, minus 2.5 or something, then surely we should be seeing... it is not showing at least. Okay, so if I increase the gain now to max, we should see a lot more returns. Oh yes. Okay, so that's working as well. That is good. Yes, from Soundbox. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, well that's all right. Now the only thing is, what happens if we descend very low? I think we've got high terrain around here, so can't really do that. So, but okay, at least that's working. So we got some gain that we can play around with. Put that back to normal. There we go. So that's now decreasing the sensitivity of the antenna, giving us more the normal returns. And if you go back to manual automatic scan, now it scans up 2.75 from its logic regarding cruise altitude or climb phase, etc. Yeah, that's showing up at least. Okay. Then last thing we're going to try really quickly is hop into the hop into the 330. So the standard 330 And let's go again to Zagreb. See if we get the same picture. I think that's what Tail West wanted to see. Let's do that. So we got real weather simulator time, which is the real time. I mean, I did put it to real time. Toby, you have that for the 321. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with the 319 sounds. Yeah, at least a lot better than the Toliss sounds. Right, let me put that to arc. Now let me put the, oh, where's my lights? Light, dome light on, please. Oops. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's bright. That is on auto calibrated weather plus turbulence. Radar on. PWS is on. Probably broken here anyways. Okay, now here, however. So you can see here, that's interesting. Tail West. So looking at the bearing, so to the left of us, that's where that cell is. And that is showing up, interesting enough, on the ground. Here's gain to max. Yep, gain max works as well, which is nice to see. So at least that is now bringing up more echoes. Yeah, it could be the Toliss integration then. Yeah. Yeah, let me get the tilt up a bit more. So let's put that up to 5 or something, 4.5. Yeah, but that's definitely a lot clearer. Yeah. Okay, so that seems to work quite good here in the 330. Yeah, now we put the antenna tilt so high up, it's not scanning the precipitation area anymore. So it's good to see that the tilt function is also working nicely. Yeah, okay, so there we go. So that answers the question. Yeah, nonetheless, it was an interesting approach. Very, very dynamic. I love that. Having that feature now in. So, but more work to be done, for sure. More work to be done, but they're on the right path. They are on the right path, making this a lot more immersive and a lot more realistic, which is great to see. Guys, I'll be back again on Saturday and probably as well on Sunday. I have to see. Although I may shift and have Friday, Saturday as streaming times, guys. So stay tuned on my Discord. I may have to switch around regarding some family business. Matthias, thanks for watching. Yeah, glad you enjoyed it. And thanks so much again for everyone that is supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching. And a special thanks to all the ones that have resubscribed on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you so much for your support, guys. And my dear moderators, as always, big thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for helping out. Big round of applause for you guys. And I will see you again very, very soon. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Good night. Nate, thank you so much. Good night, everyone.